Yeah, hey everyone, Mark with Vegas Fishing. I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to give you a thorough review of my Robalo R200. It's an owner review. I bought it in 2019, bought it brand new, and I really do like the boat a lot. It's a great boat. I just want to go through it with you and talk it over. So here we go. So the first piece of this puzzle is the Coyote trailer it sits on. It's a galvanized trailer, has trailer brakes. You just have to stay up on this brake fluid reservoir. I've had to bleed this once just to get it going, but it hasn't been a big deal. This is a 2-speed winch, which is really nice. Obviously you flip it to one side, it's high speed. Flip it, like if you didn't back the trailer down far enough and you're out of the water and need a little bit more torque, you can just simply winch the boat right up on the bunks, which is great. And just so you know, this is how you put your safety cable. You put it through here, through this eye. If you put it here, if you put it through here, it can damage your fiberglass. So always hook your safety cable through the metal eye in the back. Okay, there's the drain for the lockers. Another drain up here. I put a MotorGuide 105 horsepower or 5 pounds of thrust on this. This thing's been wonderful. I custom made this bracket. It's an aluminum, half-inch piece of aluminum. Made a pattern first, and then I bolted it into the hull. So it's just wonderful. This thing, I don't know how I ever fished without it. Once you get it, it's sweet. So I went with the cobalt blue, which is beautiful, and it's held up really well. This has only been a freshwater boat, so it hasn't been exposed to the salt. I got the recessed cleats, which is what you definitely want to get if you order this boat. Gas cap, I just filled it up a couple hours ago. I believe it has a 76-gallon tank. Amazing range. I barely have to fill this thing up. It just can go forever. Tandem axle, of course. I put a little bit heavier duty tire on here than what it came with. I think it came with a 1,500 pound rating tire. This has, I think, a 1,800 pound rating. Yeah, 1820 for duals, I think. So really good. This is the overboard drain, self-bailing drain that's in the deck upstairs. Went with the trim tabs. You have to get these. If you order this boat, it really helps. Like if you've got 4 people and 2 people are kind of weighing on one side of the boat towards, say, port, and you can just adjust your trim tabs and trim this thing up. So it works really good. And the other thing too is, so I love this boat, and the only would change is if I could change it. See this pad right here? This is a running pad, and it really helps with fuel mileage, but you trade a little bit for ride quality. So if there's like a 1.5–2 foot chop, it'll pound a little bit, or it can. So what you have to do is use the trim tabs and trim the nose down to cut through the wakes a little bit to soften the ride. That's the only thing I would change. I would sacrifice a little bit of gas mileage for that. Okay. This is my transducer for my fish finder right here. There's another overboard, a couple drains right here, right for the back well. This ladder's really good. It folds up and pushes in, then folds up in here like this, like that. It's been flawless. This thing's been super strong. I've had some really large guys on it too, so it's been tested. This Yamaha 200, I can't say enough good things about this outboard engine. I've taken really good care of it. I do the upper and lower every year. I do the plugs every 2 years. But it's just a beautiful engine. And they're expensive, so you just got to take really good care of it. I really try to take good care of mine. I guess you can get the 150. I just got the 200. I don't know if there's a huge difference, but that's what I went with. So got your my guideposts on here on the trailer, which helps, gives you a little bit of a target to aim. Sometimes just anchor and shut everything off, And we even camped one night. We had a bow anchor out and we had a stern anchor out. So another great option for you if you want to do it. I would do it if I were you. Okay, let's walk back here. And we'll get up on the boat now. I went with this tow pylon. I love it. I've towed the kids a couple times on it. Super strong. The only thing is I actually take a strap and I run it to the back of this just to give it more strength, because there's a warning on here like you shouldn't tow like certain things or whatever. So just peace of mind. But it sure is nice having this in rough seas or rough conditions out on the lake, or when you're getting off the boat. I would definitely get this if you get it as an option. Okay, so these seats fold up, which is really super nice. And then there's one battery on this side. There's the fuel filter down there, which is the water separator. And here's the charger that charges the batteries while you're going. So far I replaced the batteries once, but I live in the desert and it's usually about every 3 years. Just the heat just kills them. This upholstery, it's a little dirty right now. I just got to clean it up a little bit, but it is really durable. No issues at all with that, and it cleans pretty well too. So really happy with that. Here's the Livewell. Has a light and obviously has circular sides so the bait doesn't get stuck in a corner. And it's got a diverter switch, so you'll either have the raw wash down hose or you can divert it to fill this up. And it's really nice. I've used it probably 4 or 5 times. I'm not huge into live bait, but it works really well. Cup holders, all these cup holders dump over, which is nice. They have drains in them. The Robalo really thought that through. And these big drains back here. Here's the raw water wash down. I've got a hose attachment with a squirt grip on it, so I can wash my boat down at the end of the day or whatever. You know, I've even squirted the kids with it when they're on the tow boot or the tow raft, so that's fun too. Same thing over here. Another seat, a lot of battery. There's my hose extension down there. Keep all my life jackets under there. I've been stopped probably, I don't know, 4 times in 5 years, so it's been pretty harmless. But so you got 2 rod holders under here. You got gunnel rod holders, 2 on each side. I keep my net over here. I usually keep my trolling poles down here when I'm done. This is a nice big spot. This had come with a Robalo cooler, but I had replaced it because someone actually took mine like 2 months after I got the boat. I just couldn't believe it. So this thing fits really good in here, and it's got this rail and this push pin through here that keeps it all locked in. So this is really nice. Rod holders here, I use these all the time. And then with the T-top, I added lights, which I love. I use them quite a bit, and really good. So, and I added 1, 2, 3, 4 more rod holders, so I can take a total of 8 rods up here. So let's see, we got 2, 4, got 12, 16, and we have 2 more rod holders up there, which is so I can take like 20 poles comfortably. Okay, this is wonderful. The seating area, this has been nothing but great. Down here, you want to get the 2 battery system. You can switch it on 1 or 2 or both. So generally, I'll start it with like 1. I'll always try to keep 1 fully charged, just in case. So, but definitely get the 2 batteries as I showed you already. And then center console, I got the little knob on here to make it easier to turn, which it really helps when you're in tight quarters. And the layout's really easy to use. I put a fish finder in here, an Elite FS, which is as far as I'll go with the electronics. That's just my personal opinion. We still have to keep it fishing, and it helps me. I mean, sometimes it, definitely I can mark some structure and stuff, and it helps me with the charts and keeping GPS locations of where I've caught fish. So it definitely is definitely a device that helps you catch fish for sure. Nothing compares to that FFS, or the forward-facing sonar. I know that's a really controversial right now, but I don't have that. Radio here, Clarion, great system, no issues. And then of course, what's nice is if you blow a fuse, you just reset it. It's got the pop fuses, so it's really nice. This is where I put my phone, and I charge it while I'm going. I still want to make an upper box. If you see where those tabs come out with the threaded holes, I still want to make a little storage box up there. Just haven't got around to it. So these are the speakers, and I put these little side holders on here. It really helps. Sunblock pliers, really helps. And what's nice is this drains overboard as well. There's drains everywhere in this boat, so if water gets up here, they really thought it out. Nice solid windshield. Now here's the big selling point too. This is cavernous down here. This opens up, and I don't have you can see the top of the toilet, but there's a toilet in here, porta potty. And when we're out on Lake Mead, it's such a massive lake, we're usually never by a restroom. We might be 30-40 miles from a restroom, and my wife loves this, so it really helps. That's my charger back there. That basically converts 12 volts to 32 volts. And it charges my 36-volt trolling motor system down here. I'm charging it right now just to top it off for tomorrow. But I went with 3 and just wired them up to get 36 volts. But that charger, it's nice because it kind of tops it off as you go, keeps it charged. So, and it converts it. So a really good system. Love the trolling motor, love it. Got my fire extinguisher here, obviously, which is you need for the Coast Guard. I added these on here. I added these fishing rod holders on here, which really is nice because when the guys are up here, or I've got other people and they want to just hang their poles in there out of the way, just to take a break, it really is convenient. Here's my trolling motor system. I showed it from the bottom. It's the X5 MotorGuide 105 36 volt. The only thing I had to do to this, I had to go in and do some surgery on the pins on the release mechanism. It was kind of Mickey Mouse, so I did a new system. I went and drilled and I put cotter pins in. I can't explain it unless the motor's off, but you may have to do that on yours if you get it. But the thing's been flawless. I wear a necklace with the control around my neck, and it just makes fishing so much easier. And my favorite is obviously the anchor lock. It just keeps you in position when you're fishing. Got big storage underneath here. These are kill boxes with drains, but I use them for storage. All my tackle boxes go in here, usually on this side, or extra tackle. So plenty of room. And then if you lift this up here, I put this in this hatch, and there's actually more storage inside there. So I had to do that to do my trolling motor wiring, and what I realized is there's quite a bit of storage in there, so I can put other things in there, which is nice. And then the other side is obviously full of stuff you see: blankets, pillows, umbrellas, sunblock. So a lot more storage here also. So again, self-draining. And these cup holders here are, again, have drains hooked up to them, so it's awesome. Here's a top view of the anchor roller. And this is the cleat I put on to hold the anchor rope. Hasn't been a problem at all. And it just flops down out of the way, so it's not dangerous. You can still get up there and fish or sit up there. Sometimes we'll take these cushions off, like when I'm with the guys, and leave those in the truck. But if I'm with the family, I leave the cushions on because they like the comfort. So put a big light up here. This thing's awesome. And if you go out early morning or you're coming back at night, it really lights things up. A little GoPro mount. So this whole superstructure is incredibly solid. I mean, they really put this thing together well. This whole boat is solid. The Kevlar, they've got Kevlar in the hull, which makes it extremely strong. Guys and ladies and everyone, I really love this boat. I have nothing but good things to say about it, and I'm picky. And again, I've had this 5 years. I think I've got about 300 hours on the boat, so it's enough to actually give a good solid review on this. So R200 Robalo, it's made by Chaparral. They were bought by Brunswick Boats, sold to Chaparral in 2001, and they really took their boats to a new level. They have a really good reputation, and I bought it from a place called Boulder Boats. They're not in business anymore. It's called Tommy's, and I'm not sure if they're the Robalo dealer or not anymore. Maybe they are, but everything was great. The whole experience came completely shrink wrapped, so it was protected from the elements. I remember I kind of snuck in the back when it came in to look at it. So, but I have no complaints, man. I really don't. Like I said, the only thing I would do, it's a nuance and just splitting hairs, is I would just change the dead rise on the hull a little bit. I'd trade a little fuel mileage, but outside of that, this thing is really, really amazing. So if you have any questions about this model and you want to put it down in the comments, I'm happy to answer. Because it's a big investment and you want to make sure that you spend the money on the right boat. I know other people that have these down on the coast, and they're also really, really happy. Here's all the maximum capacity of the boat. So this fish is bigger too. What I really love about it too is the high freeboard and these wide gunnels. See how I'm just sitting down? It's so comfortable. Look at this. I can't tell you. Or you can just go like this. You can split, and you can just sit like this. It's just, it fishes like a 23. It really does. It's got a lot of room. It's real beamy. It's real stable. So couldn't be happier. One last look. I'd get the stainless steel as well. Makes a little bit of a difference. A little bit stiffer. Doesn't flex as much. I'm pretty particular. It's been wonderful. You just have to maintain it. You can't just put it away. You got to wipe it down. You got to grease the hubs. You got to check your, brake reservoir. All those things you have to do. You have to change the lower and the upper. Change your plugs. So if you stay on top of everything, wipe it down, take good care of it, it's going to take good care of you. Okay. Mark with Vegas Fishing, over and out.